Grüß Gott, guten Tag. I'm Christina from Spengler Industries. We're manufacturers of highly engineered metal roofing and cladding systems. Hailing from Germany, our metal roofing standards transcend the ordinary, setting us apart in an industry often fixated on convention. Did you know in Germany, asphalt shingles are forbidden, except for maybe the occasional chicken coop? And air conditioners are practically unheard of? Building standards differ profoundly. We're going to talk about why this is, how it affects you, and why tuning into our insights will bring significant tangible benefits. I encourage you to approach this discussion with an open mind, acknowledging that challenging the status quo can often feel a little disconcerting initially. Yet, our shared desire for improvement in both our businesses and our communities unites us. So, if you're ready, let's go. One of the reasons metal roofs in particular haven't caught on as much in the New World as they have elsewhere is they do require a fair amount of baseline knowledge. Trade schools don't have the same emphasis as in Europe. We live in a geographically large area where most of us are rather transient. Our country is relatively young with minimal historic architecture by comparison, and less emotional attachment as a result. Fuel and energy is relatively much cheaper here, so sustainable building practices are nowhere nearly as attentively focused upon. Germany is at least 50 years ahead of us, and the American culture generally, tends to favor more and larger and immediately cheaper rather than curated and quality and budget smarts over time. These are some of the factors that have inhibited metal roofs' ubiquity in the States. The types of metal roofing you're most likely to encounter here are going to be nail strip, snap lock, PBR panels, or some kind of corrugated system with exposed fasteners. These are in very limited use in Germany. In fact, if you ask for those, almost everyone will look at you askance, at minimum. They exist in the US predominantly because they require minimal education to spec and to install. Roof penetrations or tricky details here are often solved with caulk, soldering, overlaps, or other inappropriate temporary solutions. If you're spending up front for a quality material and the details are addressed with impermanent and unsightly methods, why bother, right? Don't worry, there's a better way. Compare those with fully double-locked, seamed, and comprehensively interlocking systems. Trade schools in Germany start young. Most 13-year-olds will be able to do full seaming work. It's not asking much to raise the New World standards a little. I know you're thinking, who are we and why should you listen to us? Here's a little backstory. The name Spengler in the south, or Klempner, more commonly heard in the north of Germany, pertains to the trade of metal roof and wall cladding. That's where the Spengler in Spengler Industries comes from. Essentially, this is any sheet metal forming application that is applied to any part of the building envelope. Again, for clarity, this trade does not exist anywhere in the US near to the same iteration as it does overseas. We're one of those American dream companies, started by a young immigrant with only determination and about €8 in his pocket. No German language background and no contacts. He just knew where to go to get the best education in his field. So on to Germany, Erne Ovari bravely ventured. He gained native fluency and accumulated the mandatory educational and experiential prerequisites to apply for master's school, a very expensive and exclusive 4-year postgraduate degree, punctuated by a final exam with a 50% fail rate. Driving a truck at night while working on advanced degrees and required residency hours, he graduated master's school debt-free. Since then, he's been adding an impressive string of letters to his credentials and been invited to work on, then eventually inspect and oversee work on, some of the most exclusive castles, cathedrals, and other of Europe's architectural masterpieces. It goes without saying that we are board certified in restoration and historical reconstruction. All in all, Erne has well over 25,000 hours of trade-specific training. By contrast, it could take 4,500 hours or so to earn a law degree in the US. Erne's education is more in line with that of a specialized neurosurgeon. Fast forward to today, we serve a global clientele with world-class metal roof and cladding systems. As we took stock of the needs of the market at large, we switched from installation to manufacturing. We did this to increase the quality of our trade and bring more awareness to it. We instruct installers so they can better compete and take on more impressive projects. We help architects with their tricky designs so they can plan with permanence. We help GCs and developers make good choices from the beginning, and we help private owners achieve the beautiful, maintenance-free solutions they seek. What sets us apart? Bottom line, we solve your problems. Take the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist as a case study. This building is in a hurricane zone, built on top of quicksand, had a fragile historic substructure that had burnt down a few times, and required an addition of a highly ornate steeple with engineering on top of engineering issues. Where would you go for something like that? Right here. Got a super complex multi-radius roof along the coast exposed to volcanic emissions? We don't care how over the top and big your problems are. We can help you figure things out with permanence. And if you've got just a regular house but want to avoid ice damming, reduce your carbon footprint or your heating and cooling bills, or just make it look awesome, believe us, we've got you covered there too. Want to build a cold roof that actually works? Call us. It doesn't matter that you might as well live on Jupiter with high winds or out in a frozen asteroid in the Kuiper Belt. Metal roofs should be able to hold up to any weather issues, period. Direct tornado or meteor impact notwithstanding. We've worked on castles that are well past 800 years, which have only required maintenance due to World War II bullet damage or a fallen tree limb. This is the type of permanence and performance you should expect. Systems alone do not a permanent maintenance-free solution make. Proper snow abatement, water displacement planning, and a whole host of issues arise. We will help you plan. On top of all of this, we are a one-stop shop for all world-class accessories that interface with anything on the metal building envelope. No more hunting around 100 different places. True, we come from traditional building roots, but if you've got a contemporary stunner, we'll gladly help out with that. We can manufacture from virtually any architectural sheet metal and offer a host of absolutely beautiful and unique standard systems. We're able to recreate historic shingles and panels and even make custom designs as you desire. Metal roofs crafted in the German method can last over 1,000 years. We're special even by German standards, but we're not waving a magic wand or doing anything superfluous. We're just upholding a superior standard that's completely normal over there. Germans are known for their engineering and their meticulousness, but the reason for this is they simply just expect things to work as intended. This is something woven into their moral fabric. What we're asking you to consider isn't anything outside the realm of normalcy in Germany. This is their normal, and it should be normal in the US too. We are here for every member of the design build team and here for every private owner. We understand that you're looking for more quality, more durability, more beauty, and just a higher general standard. Here's the tough truth you probably already know. If you want different results, you need to do something different. Make a definitive decision right now to get those different results. You are here so you know there's a better way. You know that just because all your neighbors don't have metal roofs doesn't mean metal roofs are some kind of pariah or eccentricity. When installed properly, our metal roof and wall systems will likely outlive you. We're heading for a tipping point, and forward thinkers like you get to change history. You're at a crossroads. On one side is the same rough, rocky road you've been traveling. To the other is the road fewer people will choose. This road is not harder, it's different. Choosing the right road makes all the difference. I'm hoping you'll choose the right road and join us today. And you won't be alone. We'll be with you every step of the way and walk you through this process. Take that first step toward a roofing revolution. Call right now. Bis bald.